Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a bouncy castle. I have a few ideas for where you could use one of these. The first place that comes to mind when building one of these things is to add it to a nice big suburban house. It looks great on the back garden here. It also works great as a smaller attraction to a theme park. I think that fits in quite nicely. It's just a really small, nice little thing to add to something like this. Or, I think a really great place that is going to fit in really well is a public park, which is where I'm going to be making mine for this tutorial. If you want to make anything that you've seen in the intro to this tutorial, check out the card system and the description below. I'll be leaving links down in those two places that will take you to any and all tutorials that you might want to follow to make anything that you've seen. Like this video if you enjoy stuff like this, and also suggest down there in the comments what you would like to see next. Is there any other small build that you'd like to see in the future? Let me know. Follow me on Twitter and show me a picture if you make this, at TSMC360, and subscribe for more. But for now, if you want to make this, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some lime hardened clay, some blue hardened clay, some yellow hardened clay, some orange hardened clay, some red hardened clay, some quartz stairs, you might want these or you might not. Grab yourself some iron bars, some ladders, and some slime blocks. Plus, you'll also need some variety of carpet, whatever colour that may be. I kind of like lime. So, once you have each one of these materials, or any colour combination you like, you want to begin with this sequence of blocks in a row on the floor. You want to do this. You want to do 2 yellow hardened clay in a row, 1, 2, followed by 4 purple or 4 blue hardened clay. They look purple, that's why I said purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 yellow hardened clay, 1, 2. Behind each one of the 2 yellow hardened clays, place another 2 yellow hardened clays. Coming in from each one of those 2 hardened clays, place a red hardened clay behind each end of the purple, and then place 2 blue hardened clay in between the red hardened clay to give you something which should look like that. What you now want to do is you want to take these 2 yellow hardened clays that touch the red hardened clays, and coming from behind each one of these yellow hardened clays, place a row of 4 red hardened clay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. You then want to place a yellow hardened clay coming behind each one of those red hardened clays, extend the yellows outwards left and right each by 1, and then place an additional row of yellow behind each one of those rows of 2 yellow. You then want to connect the back row of yellow hardened clay together with a row of a red hardened clay, like that. You also want to do a row of blue hardened clay left and right of those 2 rows of red hardened clay that you used to connect the front and the back of the castle together. What we now want to do is this. We want to do a row of lime hardened clay that goes all the way around the edge of what we've just made. This is going to be the outer part of the bouncy castle. What we now want to do is we want to go up on top of each one of these single red hardened clays, and we want to go up by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. We want to place a row of 2 red hardened clay together just above each one of the 2 now connected red hardened clays. That's how we want to connect them together. What we also want to do is we want to raise up each one of the rows of red hardened clay. We want to raise up the rows of red hardened clay by 1. So we want to just add another layer on top, and then we want to add 2 layers of iron bars directly on top of each one of the rows of red hardened clay that you have now raised up from the ground. So you want to have 2 rows of iron bars on top of the rows of red hardened clay that you have just raised up from the ground, like that. What we now want to do is also place an iron bar left and right of that row of red hardened clay that you placed to connect the 2 pillars together. What we now want to do is we want to fill in the center of our castle with slime block. So fill the center of it in with slime block, except we can't really do this, but I'll show you why in a second. So fill the center of it in with slime block, and then you want to take this back row of 4 red hardened clay, and you want to take the 2 center blocks and place red hardened clay in front of the 2 center blocks, and then place red hardened clay on top of those blocks. Place ladders left and right of the rows of 2 red hardened clay, And what you might want to do now, you can have extra bouncy room, or you might want to destroy in the ground left and right of the ladders. You might want to destroy those, and you might want to place some purple clay, some blue hardened clay. I call it purple because it really does look like purple. It's a great shade of purple. Now, once you've got that taken care of, you may want to take the opportunity here and place lime carpet, or whatever colour of carpet you like, on top of these slime blocks. This masks the slime, and this is how the bouncy castle actually works. It's nice and bouncy. What we also want to do is on top of each one of the 4 corners of the bouncy house, we want to do this pattern with the blocks. So on the front left hand corner where we have these 4 yellow clays, we want to take the front left hand corner of yellow clay and we want to place an orange on top. And we want to take the back right hand corner and we also want to place an orange. Everywhere else we want to place yellow. For the next row on top of this, we want to place yellow where we placed orange, and orange where we placed yellow. For the next row, we want to place yellow where we placed orange, and orange where we placed yellow. And then one more, we want to place orange where we placed orange, yellow where we placed yellow. Place red hardened clay on top of that. Extend the 2 front red hardened clays out in front by 1, the 2 left clays out by 1, the back clays out by 1, the right clays out by 1. Like that. We now, on top of each one of the other yellow hardened clays, want to simulate the pattern that we have here. So that means that we take this front right hand corner and we place yellow hardened clay on the front left hand block and on the back right hand. Orange stained clay everywhere else. Then for the next layer, orange where we placed yellow, yellow where we placed orange. Then the reverse for the next row. And then one more time we want the reverse of that. We then want to place our layer of red hardened clay, and then we want to extend each one of the clays out in any given direction by 1 layer. We want to move to the back and we want to do the same thing. On the back, we want to copy the pattern that we have on the front, so do exactly that. Look directly forward and copy the pattern that we have out in front of us, or alternate the pattern. You can alternate the pattern for the back if you so choose. And then once you've done the pattern 4 times in total, that's how many times you want to do it, you then place the row of red on top of the actual pillar. And then on the other back corner, we do the exact same thing here, guys. So on the other back corner, we just alternate the pattern until we have 4 rows of it. And it just ends up looking exactly how it does on the front, on the other side of the back. And once you've done it 4 times in total, not only the count of the pattern, but the count of the pillars, you now have a great looking bouncy castle. And if you want to change the interior colour for the bouncy castle, maybe like lime green is a little bit too in your face, because I suppose that the castle is kind of a dark colour, isn't it? So maybe you want to use like dark green instead. I'm just looking at this now thinking, you know what, lime green is kind of really bright, it's in your face. Maybe it looks a little bit better with dark green. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better, actually. And there you have your bouncy castle, guys. So now you can hop on your castle, you can jump up and down on it, but what you can also do is you can head to the back of the castle, you can climb the ladders, and you can get an even bigger bounce. Boom! It's wonderful. I really like this thing. It's a great little addition to any world. You'll have multiple places you can put this, I'm sure, whether it's a house, whether it's a public park, whether it's simply a theme park that's all the way over there in that direction. If you guys have ever seen my city before, it's way over there. So hopefully you guys like this. If you did, please give this video a like. I'd really appreciate it. I really like this thing. I love building small little builds like this that you can just add to places in loads of various ways. Comment down below, do you have any more ideas like this? Do you guys have any other ideas like this? I mean, I was trying to give an example, but let me know. Anything else in your mind that you might want to see me build? Whether it's small or big, let me know. If you make this, follow me on Twitter at TSMC360, show me a picture, and show me pictures of other stuff that you've built. I'd be very interested to see it. I honestly would. I love seeing when you guys build stuff on Twitter. I love it. Also, subscribe for more. Not only do we make bouncy castles around here, but we make all sorts of stuff, and you can check out anything that I'm about to show you in both the card system and the description below. You'll find loads of playlists that will take you to each one of the individual tutorials that make up each one of the parts of my city. So, for instance, we have a park here. This public park has so many builds in here that I'm only going to list a few. We have a skate park, we have a playground, we have a swimming pool, we have a duck pond, we have a football pitch, we have a playground, that's another playground, we have 2 of them, we have a tennis court, we have a mini golf court, we have some public toilets, we have loads of stuff in here, including the individual carts. I'll show you how to make those. In the city, we have loads and loads of townhouses, we have petrol station, supermarket, train station, church, loads of stuff over there. You can even see a suburban house. We even have fantasy builds on this channel. We have the Planet Express headquarters from Futurama. That has a tutorial. We even have the beginnings of a theme park, as you can see. We only have 4 builds in there, 2 of which are only unique to the theme park, but we have a theme park over there. So you can find all that in the cards in the description, like I said. Subscribe for this craziness, like if you wouldn't mind, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thank you so much for watching.